Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I've got my friend Tommy, and I met Tommy over a year and a half ago on a dive boat, right? Is that where we met?
Yeah.
And we were going diving on Apple Island, and we started talking, and you were telling me you're from Norway, right?
Finland.
Finland, oh sorry, Finland. I could have sworn it was Norway, so Finland.
Yeah.
That's right, the happiest country in the world.
Yeah, 5 years in a row, but you know.
Yeah, I heard that. I was there one time, a long time ago. It was in the summer on a beautiful day, and everybody seemed happy. A very clean, nice country. And why did you leave Finland? I mean,
well, you know, after spending 30 years there, it's a little bit boring. All same. So seeking for adventure, want to see places, and somehow Asia almost intrigued me a lot.
And how long have you been here in Philippines?
7 years.
Wow, long time.
Yeah, 7.5 about.
And your first trip over here, what was your reason for coming? Did you meet somebody, or did you come here for work, or for just a holiday, or?
I came here with my Finnish buddy. I met him in Vietnam, and then we both heard good things about Philippines. I was in a backpacking trip. Then we just bought a one-way flight to Philippines, but you know, you have to buy the throwaway ticket, and then we end up in Manila, and that 2-week journey ended up being 9 months. You know.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. And so after the 9 months, you went back to Finland, and you just would you pack up all your stuff and sell everything and liquidate your life and move here? Or
no,
when did you make the big move?
I didn't have much planned. So I was actually on my way to Australia to the working holiday visa thing to work Australia. So my backpacking trip in Southeast Asia just extended, and then I finally went to Perth, Australia, and worked there about 9 months and came back here, and I did that for 2 years, back and forth, Australia, Philippines.
What kind of work were you doing?
Decorator, painter, plasterer. Yeah. I had my own little business. After a few months I worked for a company in Australia, and I didn't like how they treat me with the supervisors and stuff, and because I've been painting already since I was 15 years old, so decorating, so I did my own little business there. Just a man and a car and the tools, and I got a lot of work, like house after house. They are waiting for me to start another one, and
wow.
And then I asked hourly rate always, which is cheaper than Australian painter would ask.
What's the hourly wage back then?
I asked 35 Australian per hour, so that's very decent money, you know. Yeah.
It's probably gone up a lot since then, though, hasn't it? I heard they raised their wages over there because of inflation.
Yeah, probably. But I was still living in a hostel, and I had money for beers and going to Philippines, so it's
that's all you needed, huh?
Yeah.
Well, so what are you doing now? You've got your own business now? Are you working for somebody, or?
We have a family business, the same kind of company. I mean, plastering, decorating, painting in Finland. So my father has about 50 workers there. So I'm the estimator, or me and my brother. I estimate the projects. Like we don't do residential houses anymore, hospitals and story buildings and stuff.
And
like
you're
that.
able to do that online and stuff, and not?
Yeah, just I get the files. I measure the square meters, then the quality.
Yeah.
So like first grade, second grade, third grade, and then I put the prices. You know, floor is different price than ceiling, because ceiling you have to go higher. And then I get the estimate. It can be like minus 10%, minus plus 10%. So it's not so. And then my brother estimates also. Then we compare the estimators.
Wow.
So
that's brilliant that you found something that you can do, like with your family and work here, because it's like working in the Philippines. One, they don't pay any money, and second, you know, it's hard to get a permit, you know, to work. And you've got it all sorted out where you can just, you know, have the best of both worlds: work for your family and be in another country.
Yeah, I mean, it's the help from my family also, because I have a family here now. So
yeah, tell me about that. So you have a girlfriend. You've been together for how long?
With my girl, I've been about 4 years now, continuously, and you know, we have 2 kids, together with her.
Yeah.
My daughter was born 2 weeks ago here in Dumaguete. And then when I arrived to Philippines, you know, I did the classic mistakes that every bachelor does.
Yeah.
So I made a girl pregnant then.
Oh.
Different girl. So my son is now already 5.5 years old, living in Bakong.
You used to see him very often? Or?
Not very often, maybe once per month. And I have a difficult relationship with the mother also. So it's not helping, and all the dramas she creates, and you know, she just tries to destroy me all the time. So you know, it's hard to keep the good spirit with that. But you know, my son is there, and then I see him whenever we are okay with the mama, and I have a chance to go there. So yeah.
Well, that's good. So you've got 3 children.
Yeah.
Wow. And how old are you?
37.
Okay, so you're still young.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself spending the rest of your life here, or do you think you'll someday go back to Finland? Or
I think I don't go Finland permanently, but for a few months per year, and or 6 months per year. I want my base to be here in the Philippines, in Asia, so I can travel around. Then eventually I see how the life goes here, you know, if I have a bar or something like that. But
are you thinking about opening a business here?
well, you know, I hang around in the bars a lot, so why don't I just drink my own beers? And, yeah.
A lot of bars, or a lot of guys have opened them up, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing that.
The problem is that the population of foreigners here is nothing like it used to be. Like, you've been here for 7 years, I've been here for 3, and I remember when I first came here, like, you got an immigration, be packed with people, you know, to get in to renew your visa. Now you just walk right in because a lot of these guys have left and they haven't come back, and there's not new guys coming here, at least not that many. And so I think the population of foreigners is really low. So I don't know if opening a bar or not that caters to foreigners right now.
Well, it has to be for Filipinos also.
Yeah.
So Red Horse available. But that's not making much money because they just drink a 1 grande whole evening and then they share with a bunch of kuyas. So,
and take the table up, yeah. Wow. So, with your children, have they got dual citizenship, or is that something you have to? How do you go about getting that?
Not yet. I will do that, of course. I have to bring all of the kids to Finnish embassy in Manila and show them there, and then the process starts. And you know, in Finland we have a free healthcare, free schooling, and it's quite high standards. So why
you
would I
hear
do
all these
that?
wonderful things about the healthcare system over in Finland and the.
So yeah, I have to do that, of course. You know, eventually, in a year or something like that. You know, time period.
Well, your son that was born with the girl that you're not with, if he gets Finnish citizenship or gets a Finnish passport, could him and his mother, without you, decide to go to Finland and be taken care of over there? Like, I don't know how it works with your.
Yeah, it's not. The girls think it's like that, but it's not really that easy. You know?
No.
Because she knows no Finnish language, and if you emigrate to Finland, you have to learn Finnish first.
I've heard it's a very difficult language.
Yeah, it is quite for Anglo-Saxons. It's a difficult language to learn, but or for most, except Estonians, pick it up quite easily. You know.
Oh, really? Estonians pick it up easily?
Yeah, it's similar to our, or close to our language. So.
Now Finland's joining NATO, aren't they? I heard that.
Yeah. Well, we are trying, but the Turkey is, you know.
I heard they dropped their objection.
They drop it, then they object again, and then they're just all over the place, Turkey.
How do you feel about that? You think that's a good idea or not?
No, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Because our border with Russia is about 1,300 kilometers, 800 miles, and we have a 5.5 million strong population against the 160 million behind the border. So of course we've been preparing for invasion for since Second World War, but you know the power of Russia is, they have a lot of ammunition, even though they are not accurate or they're old school, but
Well,
still.
during World War II, I don't know the history about what happened in Finland during World War II. Were they invaded by the Nazis and when the Russians, or what happened with Finland during World War II?
We were attacked by the Soviets with the full force.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, never by Germany.
Huh.
That's 2 million soldiers from Soviet attacked Finland one time, which is a lot. Full force of a Soviet army.
Wow.
I heard it's 2 million, maybe it's between 1 and 2 million, but
So they've got every reason to want to join NATO, don't they?
yeah. So we remember that was the Winter War,
Yeah.
and actually we are the only country in the world that is attacked by the full force of Soviet army, and they never occupy us, So at least 600,000 of them died, and then Finns, we had casualty about 65,000.
Wow. Yeah, I think the Soviets lost more people during World War II than any other country, if I remember right.
Yeah, because the system, the whole society, or especially the military, is like it's an industrial army, and also they treat human like just a means of getting the gun to that place, not like something expensive or.
Yeah.
And that's what they do in Ukraine also, just cannon meat and
What are people in Finland thinking about what's going on in Ukraine? Like, if they're
Well, it's very upsetting for us because, they are neighbor of Russia also, but they are an ex-Soviet nation. We are not. And Ukraine wasn't really ready for it like we are, but it's a sovereign nation and attacked by in this world we're living, it's amazing someone can just attack and kill tens of thousands of people, So we're sending a lot of weapons there.
Finland's helping out too?
Yeah, we are helping out a lot, but also we need them ourselves because maybe they attack us also. So we cannot send our best stuff.
Going back to medical care and healthcare and stuff, so if you had like any kind of a health issue, you can just get on a plane, go back to Finland, and it's all free?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Basically free.
Huh.
Yeah.
Now, what about taxes? You have to pay taxes in Finland?
Yeah, a lot.
Because since you're considered working for a Finnish company, right?
Yeah, I work for a Finnish company, so I pay taxes about. Well, I get 45,000 pesos per month from that, so then I pay maybe 10% of that. So it's not much. You have progressive taxing,
10%'s not bad.
No, but if you earn more than 50,000 euros per year, then it's 60% or 55% you pay taxes about.
Now, you get a pension when you retire at a certain age, or?
Yeah, I mean, my retirement age would be 67 at the moment.
67?
Yeah. If I make it that long living here in Tumaketi, but yeah, that's why I work to Finland, because every paycheck grows my pension a little bit higher,
Right.
just tiny bit higher. And the older I get, the speed how it increases just goes faster.
Now, what about education? You said your oldest son is what, 5?
Yeah.
So when's he start school now, or in a year or so, or?
Oh, he did. He started in this few months ago in Baku.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you wanted to go all the way through high school here in the Philippines? You think you'd be better off going to Finland?
Well, because the situation with the mothers, they are enemies, and then it's very hard for me to,
You
just
think
go
she'd want what's best for her son,
Yeah, well, I do.
But is that an option? It's not an option for them to go without you, though, right? They couldn't just go to Finland.
I think what will happen that with my firstborn, that I make him a Finnish citizen and then he goes there as a teenager.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Like go to high school there or something like that, or university.
Yeah, but not when he's a kid, because he needs a mother still.
Yeah.
So he has to go alone, living
Right.
with my relatives or with me there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he might be like his father. He wanted to go on adventures and stuff by the time he's in his teens, and be all up for going to Finland. Now, what about the Finnish language? Are you going to teach your children Finnish?
Well,
Do you speak to them at all in Finnish, or?
I speak some Finnish to them, but I think it's called mother tongue because the mothers basically teach the language to the kids. But I keep Finnish at children's shows on TV. And just these little things. But there's plenty of time for them to learn Finnish. Yeah. When I command the kids or something, I'm shouting in Finnish, so then they repeat those words, like shut up, hiljaa,
So your family back in Finland, your mother and father still alive?
Yeah.
How do they feel about you living in the Philippines and having children over here? And do they want
Well,
they get to see their grandchildren? Have they ever met them? Or
My father met my firstborn here.
oh,
But first, they did accept at all that I'm here, and then I have a baby here. But well, what can you do? Is the baby's here, so yeah. But yeah, they will meet at least my two latest kids in a year or so.
so you plan on like taking a trip to Finland like once or
Yeah.
twice a year and visiting
Maybe
your family?
next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the firstborn, they would have to come here to meet him again.
Well, that's great. So you're a diver. What do you think about the diving here in the Philippines? It's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I think it's. I heard it's one of the best in the world, especially in the macro diving.
Yeah, that's where I met you. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't understand it really first. Like, why would you film these tiny little things? But once you see the films, like, oh, is it they're like outer space, these creatures, and then it looks so big in TV when you have a nice camera to film them. So, yeah.
Like my friend Justin, Critter Hunter, he gets down there and gets some
I follow
macro.
him.
Yeah. Well, anything else you want to talk about, or
Well,
how do you feel about what's going on in the Philippines right now, as far as like COVID? Has it affected you, or
I was here during the pandemic when it started, and that was funny because I knew that Asian countries, they go hard lockups.
right?
So I moved to, when I had a sniff that maybe it's happening here, I moved to Shaton, to Tambubu Bay, because that's a province and countryside. So I had a fun time there for a year when the hardest lockdowns were happening here. So there was nobody there. All the beaches I got by myself, and I was snorkeling there. And I lived in Aterovena's resort, right next to the sailboats inside the bay. There was a few secret restaurants open. I hang around a lot in Nigel's place,
Yeah, I know Nigel.
So my drinking buddy was 73-year-old, and when I came there at 5 p.m., he's like, "How are you again? We have to drink now." But and then when it got a little bit easier, the pandemic, I moved here to Dumaguete, and first Bagong, then I lived in Darwin when I dived a lot there, and now I live in Ocahong, Valencia, because the cool weather.
Yeah, it's much nice up there.
Yeah.
So, have you got any plans to go back to Finland this year, or when do you think you'll go next time? Or
Yeah, probably depends on my work also. Yeah, I work in a call center to Manila now as a Finnish translator, so and answering phone calls sometimes. If they give me leave, why not? Christmas time, I could see my grandparents. They're still all of them alive, except all of them alive. But I get to know, Yeah.
When's the last time you were back in Finland?
2020 February. I went to the court because the missing tooth thing. Yeah. Because the guy who I was attacked by guys in Finland, so the court happened then, and
Are you gonna fight?
I didn't get into fight. People attacked me after a bar.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the police got them. I had a broken nose still like that, and then my eye socket was like open up like a leaf under the eye. My ribs broken, my tooth missing, and
That happened in Finland?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, Finland is not so peaceful that people think, because we have a highest like after hours violence in Europe. So
Really?
yeah.
Didn't know that.
a lot of drunken
So
guys.
you get
fighting.
the tooth fixed or what?
Yeah, I will have it here, but it's no hurry because even here it just costs 60,000 pesos to fix this.
Why didn't you get it fixed in Finland? Wouldn't it have been free?
It's not for free. Only the removal is for free.
Yeah.
The necessary dental care,
Oh.
but not like beauty things because this is like extra. You know?
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So it's okay. It's much cheaper here than in Finland. So yeah. Eventually, you know. I just got a new motorbike, so I'd rather buy a motorbike than a new tooth. So yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, well, Tommy, thanks for your time. We'll appreciate it. Interesting talking to you, and
Yeah.
best of luck with the new baby and everything. And hope
All right,
things
Mark.
keep working out
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, thank
Maybe
you.
we'll get to go diving again soon.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.